Hi, kumusta? Welcome back. At ngayon mag-update ako sa bagong changes na ginawa ng Axie Infinity. Actually, naglaro na ako kanina, medyo nahirapan ako. Medyo kumunat yung nasa adventure and yung PvP, mas mahirap na rin yung mga kalaban kasi nga parang yung mga player moving into PvP zone na. At ayan, tingnan muna natin yung official announcement nila para may basis tayo. Ayan, ito yung key points ng announcement nila. Again, ngayon season 18 na yung start. $200,000 yung pinaka ipapamigay nila na worth na excess. And ngayon, hahabaan nila yung season para mas marami pang makapag-participate o para makapag-prepare para dun sa PvP. And before, parang 300 lang yung nagkakaroon ng reward for the AXS. This time, ginawa nilang 1,000. So, mas maraming player yung may chance na manalo ng AXS, which is, kumbaga, mas mahal yun kasi sa SLP. Parang ang AXS, parang nasa 2,000 na ata ngayon per AXS. Ang SLP nasa 10, parang ganun doon naglaro eh. And lastly, yung daily quest, magiging 25 SLP na lang from 50, and yung mag-grind natin dun sa adventure na 100, magiging 50 na lang. So, from 150 na sure na makukuha mo per day para magiging 75 na lang. Oh, so ngayon nung nakita ko tong announcement na 'to, naghanap kaagad ako ng interview ni Jihos, yung siyempre kasi parang kailangan nila i-defend 'to, and ang gusto ko kasi sa Axie kapag may mga ganitong announcement sila, they make their way na paalam talaga 'to sa community with interview pa para mas maging personal yung ano, yung parang sagot nila dun sa community. Kasi nga yung ibang mga personal tanong ko, natanong din naman itong nag-interview sa kanya, and ayan, kukunin ko lang yung top 5 ko dun sa buong interview. Yun, medyo syempre, may ibang highlight syempre yung ibang tao, pero sa case ko, kumuha ako ng top 5. So, unahin natin yung ako as a scholar, syempre ang tanong ko, ako, okay lang naman ako na dun sa plan kasi nga long term yun. Pero dun sa mga nagrereklamo na scholar, medyo harsh tong sagot yan dito. Pero yan, pakinggan natin together.
Own axes,
Yeah.
right? Like when we think about whose interests we need to balance in the ecosystem, we have to balance the people who actually own axes, own assets within the ecosystem, own access, right? So if scholars, they don't, they're more, they feel uncomfortable trying PvP. Then there's so many scholars on Twitter, right, everywhere that would love a chance to join these scholarship programs, and so yeah, like it just means that they're not hungry enough, and yeah, they can be replaced.
So, kung tingin nyo, ayaw nyo talaga ng PvP, gusto nyo lang mag-grind sa adventure. So, pwede kayong mapalitan. Kasi nga, parang gagawin nito, syempre yung mga manager, maghanap ng mga competitive na ngayon na, na scholar. Kasi nga naman, parang, di ba yung ibang scholar, click-click lang, okay na. Pero ngayon, this time, magkakaroon tayo ng, ng competition na. So, parang magiging professional gamer ka na talaga. Syempre, yung mga manager, mas mag-invest sa mga ganun na gamer talaga. Okay, yung pangalawa, ito medyo personal na to. Natuwa lang ako kasi kinote niya dito yung Tesla. Kung pina-follow niyo na ako, I've been really heavily invested sa Tesla. So, nung nabanggit niya yung Tesla, tingin ko invested din siya dito. Kaya natuwa ako. Kinumpare niya kasi yung growth ng Tesla sa growth ng Axie Infinity. So, pakinggan natin to.
Just scaling is always sometimes a bottleneck with new technologies, right? Even you saw with Tesla for 2 years they couldn't ramp up production because they couldn't get enough lithium-ion batteries. So every new technology paradigm shift, it goes through like issues of scaling. So yeah, I mean,
So, yun. Kumbaga, yung Tesla kasi nahirapan sila dun sa batteries eh. Kumbaga, para mag-scale yung lithium battery. And yun nga, nagko-cover ako dito sa channel ko rin. Pwede nyo ma-check yung mga previous video ko. Meron din ako account sa Itoro. So, medyo nag-promote, no? Pero natuwa lang ka ako doon. So, yun yung pangalawang highlight ko dun sa buong interview niya. Pangatlong highlight natin is yung para sa mga short-term minded. Ito yung sinasabi ko doon sa previous video ko na parang siguro maapektuhan lang nito yung mga tingin ko pumasok lang para mag-ROI kaagad, parang hindi masyado na-enjoy yung game. Kaya sa Twitter ko nagtatanong din ako na kung tingin nyo, lalaroin nyo ba tong game na to kung walang earning? Mag-isip-isip muna tayo kasi nga ah, hindi yun yung design talaga nitong game na to. Kumbaga, dinesign talaga to para mas magkaroon ng community, magkaroon ng healthy competition. So ito, pakinggan natin. Harsh din tong statement niya na to.
think. Like one of the issues about growth is not the server scaling. It's about people coming in with a short-term mindset because Axie is so popular, so hot now. Like we need people with a long-term mindset. We need missionaries. We don't want mercenaries. Mercenaries, like they're toxic. They can leave the ecosystem. Just because they're in the ecosystem doesn't mean that I want them in the ecosystem or we need them in the ecosystem. They can be replaced, and they should be replaced with people who have a long term. This is an exclusive club. This isn't like this isn't it's not I don't know. It's not something that anyone should just allow to be a part of. There is a certain
So, parang medyo ilit yung labas. So, kasi nga, ang focus talaga nito is more on yung mga changes na ginagawa nila para sa long term yun. And naintindihan ko yun as investor din. Naintindihan ko kung paano yung pag-scale. lahat nila mapi-please, and kung papanoodin niyo 'tong buong interview na 'to, sinabi niya na 70% dun sa decision nila, 70% ng community sang-ayon dun sa decision nila. So 30% lang yung hindi. So, I guess again, hindi naman sila dito nag-decide ng, "Okey na 'to, bahala na 'to, kasi masisira yung system." Hindi, parang nag-consult pa rin talaga sila sa community. Yun yung kagandahan sa decentralized, gaming. Unlike ng kunyari Ragnarok or yung ibang game na ang nakikinabang lang talaga yung, yung mga developer nung ano, nung game. And yung, pang-apat natin is yung marami kasi nagsasabi na, since ginawa niya yan, babagsak na yan, alam niyo, mga negative. So, ito pakinggan din natin yung sagot niya na ano 'to.
Plans for that? Yeah, this is a question that we get a lot, right? To be honest, it's not stressful. We've been doing this for almost 4 years now. People have always said, "Oh, the Axie economy is going to crash," right? People were predicting that when we hit 10,000. They're like, "There's 10,000 Axies. There's way too many Axies. Right? There's 10,000 Axies and there's only 500 players. Like, this is out of control, right?" Like, so yeah, people they always say that the sky is falling, but the Axie community, we just keep pushing, right? Like, I can talk about all the mechanisms, right? Like increasing the SLP per breed, decreasing the AXS per breed, just adjusting those, right? Like dropping less, dropping more rewards, adding new game modes, adding burn mechanisms. Yes, like this is all in the white paper. It's all standard stuff that everyone should be aware of. We have many different levers and basically plans and solutions to economic balancing. But at the end of the day, Axie is going to thrive and do well if we continue to attract amazing people to our community. If our community continues to be the best community in the world, it's all about the social capital. Axie is an exclusive club, and people want to be part of that club because we have an amazing culture, we have an amazing vision, and we're doing something that's never been done before, and people want to be a part of it. So yeah, the people who don't want to be a part of it, you might be in the Axie community, but like there are a lot of people who want to join and take your spot. So yeah, I think this is another way of looking at it, right? Is Axie is a movement. This movement, I believe, is unstoppable because we have so many long-term thinkers, and yeah.
So, actually yun yung pinakasagot niya, pero yung panglima ko kaduktong na rin ito, so i-continue ko na lang 'tong video na 'to hanggang matapos. So, yun yung 5 takeaways ko dun sa full interview niya.
That the social capital is actually the thing that backs the economy. It's the connections, it's the people. That's what actually gives the Axie digital nation value. So yeah, I think the social capital, the community, that's our number one asset, and it attracts new amazing minds. So yeah, I've talked a lot about like mechanisms and syncs. Like I want to talk about it from a more of a from a more abstract angle.
Well, I love that you're speaking my.
So, okay, yung last part, sorry, mali pala yung ano ko, cut ko doon, pero yung last part ay yung vision. Ililink ko naman yung mga ano ito, yung mga small clip na to sa baba para pwede niyong panoorin, no, kapag gusto niyo lang malaman yung mga tanong kong yun. Ito na yung parang ang gustong-gusto ko 'to, pinakita niya kung ano ba talaga yung vision ng Axie. At ang gusto ko sa mga co-founder yung visionary talaga, kasi nga somehow na-estimate kung magla-last ba 'to ng 5 to 10 years, and ito pakinggan natin kung ano yung sasabihin niya regarding sa vision ng Axie.
To own Axies and to be a part of this movement. So I think people understand that it's more than a game. It's not just about fun. It's about creating a new type of society, this new digital nation. And yeah, so yeah, I think people really get it, and they might not really totally even understand it at first. But what we're doing is we're giving people economic freedom. When you give people freedom, unexpected and amazing heroic behaviors emerge.
Facts. I get chills thinking about Axie.
So parang yun nga, nire-revolutionize nila yung gaming. So karamihan di pa rin talaga naiintindihan na para kumita lang or gano'n, pero dinidisrupt niya. And eto, magpapakita lang ako ng ilang news. Eto, Business Insider 'to. 1 billion na yung parang nagkakaroon ng trading inside the Axie community. $1 billion, that's really a lot of money, and it keeps growing. Lahat napapansin na 'to. And eto lang, ayan, puwede niyong i-pause ta's screenshot. Ito lang yung parang highlight for me nung ano niya, nung buong interview. Hindi ko na lang babasahin, pero again, you can pause this video and you can read this one. And lastly, ito, nung nakakita na ako ng mga tao na they really tattooed the Axie Infinity logo, or actually hindi naman talaga yung logo, parang SLP 'to, dun sa body nila. Isa kasi yun sa sign na parang grabe yung parang parang cult na nabubuo. Parang may kulto na parang mala Tesla, Peloton, and yan, Axie. So, somehow, bullish to in a way kasi nga 70% ng community nag-support dun sa changes na gagawin na to. And ayun, hopefully nakapag-add ako sa inyo ng value. Yan, hinimay ko talaga to. I've been really listen a lot dun sa sinabi nung co-founder nila si Jiho. And ayun nga, magkakaroon ako ng deep dive analysis nitong co-founder na to. Okay, kung nakapag-add ako ng value sa inyo, you can like and subscribe, and see you in my next video. Bye.